Welcome back to our 6th episode, and this time what we're looking at is Bong Sau, the third of the 3 C's of Wing Tsun. Bong Sau, if you look at it from the perspective of it's basically a Tan Sau which failed. That's how we tend to look at it. It's not a hand that we use deliberately because we choose to, it's a hand that happens because of circumstance. So normally, if a punch is coming at me and I'm ready, the last thing I want to do is do a Bong Sau. Because if I'm going into a defensive position, giving my opponent a second chance. What I should be doing is trying to hit. That would make much more sense. So why then do we use a Bong Sau? Well, if I'm trying to get through the middle and he's stronger than me, my Tan Sau theory is failing. But if I re-angle the arm and come at it from a different height, Bong Sau now deflects him and lets me back into the game. So in a contact situation, if my opponent is able to defeat my structure, Bong Sau gives me a second chance. This is a concept we call Yi Bong, shifting Bong. The second time that I might need a Bong is when I lose contact. And that can happen quite a lot, particularly when you're doing Chi Sau with your opponent and they do a Lap Sau attack and press down. For a moment I've lost contact with my hands. So if I use a power Bong, a throwing Bong, I can re-engage contact and then lead on to the next stage. In the Chum Kill form, you see that in a much more exaggerated action. But it's very rare that I should have my hands down when a fight comes and have to do that to engage my opponent. It's my mistake if I'm standing in front of an enemy like this. But it could happen, hence we practice for it. The final situation for a Bong is if someone is grabbing and pulling on you, one of the ways to diffuse that is to use a Dai Bong, a lower Bong Sau. What it does, if he grabs my arm and pulls it, is it allows him to pull me into him so that I can hit him with the other hand. Your natural reaction would be to resist that. When someone grabs your arm, most people pull away. All that does is help him. But if he grabs my arm and pulls me and I come in, I've diffused the power and I've put myself in a good position to hit. So what does Bong Sau mean? This is the important thing. It's often translated as wing arm, bird's arm, all kinds of strange things. Bong just means your upper arm bone. Right? So what it's telling me is when my forearm can't finish its job, the upper arm probably can. So when you Bong Sau, what you're doing is using the upper arm to shift your forearm. Alright? Just a quick taste that gives you some idea about Bong Sau that perhaps you didn't consider before. See you on the next one.